Hey y'all, welcome back to Mulberry Branch Farm. Today is super special because we're going to be continuing a journey of a goat that has been very near and dear to Mark and I's hearts from the moment that she scared the death out of us being born too early and basically ripping her back from the grips of death. And it's like she already knows I'm talking about her, but we're talking about Squeaks. And if you can't tell, Squeaks is looking a little large and in charge, and that's because she is only 4 days away from her due date. Our little baby is about to have her own babies and become a mama. Don't you smell for the camera? Did you want some cud? Yeah. You're coming over to get butt scratches for control. Pinky always wants to scratches. We can make her fly away with her ears. Make her flap her ears. All dreamy. But today is all about the Squeakertons. This is my husband's probably all-time favorite goat that has ever been born here so far. And even though he's really not acting like he is just a nervous little midwife, I know that when it all goes down, he's gonna be so excited to see what Squeakers has, and so am I. It's really difficult to think that we're already at this portion of Squeaker's life where she is getting ready to become a mom. It doesn't feel like it was all that long ago that I came upon her in the field, and it was pure panic because Haley was early. I wasn't expecting her to be born for another couple of weeks, and I literally thought this little girl was dead. She gave me one gasp, and we worked furiously to get her to get through the night. All I can remember is rubbing her and putting her in warm water and telling her to keep on squeaking for me. And henceforth, it has always been Squeakers. Squeakers will be a part of our farm until the day that she dies. It doesn't matter what she does, how spoiled she is, how many times she still makes it into the house, because some of you remember she lived her first month of life in our house. And Mark still lets her in for her favorite cookies and chips whenever he takes a notion, which is very, very often. But all I can hope for at this point is that we have Squeaker babies and that they come into this world quickly and safely, and y'all get to see that with us. Good morning. And now that I'm looking here, and I know sometimes they all blend in a little bit, but I'm looking for Squeaks because she is our next goat to kid, and she's nowhere to be found. You saw Stinkers right here, so let's see if we can find Squeaky, or make sure I'm not overlooking her. I just don't see her. Oh boy. Let's see if we can find her. If she's isolating, which is not uncommon, she does like to isolate herself, but with her being due tomorrow, I'm a little bit apprehensive to just kind of write it off that it's nothing. Tweaky, are you in here? Hi, Sweeks. What are you doing over here? What are you doing over here? Just making sure you don't got no babies. Hi, Squeaky. Hi, what you doing? You're sitting here all on your lonesome. You okay? Are you okay? Tell them. Are you gonna kid today or tomorrow? Let's check. She still has ligaments, but they're looser. So how about tonight we put you in a stall, huh? How about we put you in a stall tonight? My sweet baby. Whoops, sorry. Hi, sweet honey. You seem very unperturbed about this oncoming labor, but I want it to go good. Okay. Could you make sure I'm with you, okay? You do look like you've dropped a little bit, though. You don't look as high, and you do. You're just checking to make sure. You're softening, but you're not there yet. We got the whole crew coming in to see what I'm doing in here. What am I doing? What am I doing? Huh? Silly? Silly? You always want food. You always want food, and I don't have food. You can tell someone likes to take the bottle. Hello. Honey, you're talking a lot over there. Are you okay? I'm actually your udder is a little bit more pale. Part of me says to separate her, and part of me says give her an hour. So so hard with these first timers to know. Do you want to? I need to go get a stall ready because I don't think I actually have a stall that's fit and clean. So, okay. I'm gonna clean up my grain. Actually, open up. Let's open up there. Yes, it's dirty. It's dirty in here. But I do have this stall that's pretty clean. Maybe I'll put her in here. Hey, lady. Instead of eating the kids' food, you want some real food? Come on, you want it? Come on. Come on. You gotta come in here for it. Which means don't go. Okay, come on. Come on, look. There it is. Make sure the bucket is. Okay. All right, lady. You ready? I'm not ready. I'm scared stiff to have her kid. She's probably fine. She's probably just fine, but it's just because of all the things that we've gone through with her. I don't even want to tempt the fates. And kidding is always, it can go sideways fast, but I'm sure she'll be fine. You getting close? Maybe. You seem like you're a little kickstanded. Huh. See, the leg says kickstand. What are you gonna happen today? You're gonna make me get up all night long. So after an incredibly long night of coming out here and checking on Squeaks, she has the kickstand still. No pushing. She's very, very loose in the rear end. Her ligaments are gone. And she does have a discharge. And she's been talking a lot. And y'all, she didn't come for food. This morning, she didn't come for food. So for me, that's a pretty imminent sign for her that she's getting ready to have babies today. So this is actually her due date. This is April 20th. And I think she's going to end up kidding right on her due date. She looks miserable. Like she just doesn't want to mess with anything. It's not that cold out today, but it is cold enough where I want a heat lamp for these little ones when they come out. We're going to be home most of the day, but I can just tell like she's uncomfortable. She's got kind of the shivers going on, which means she's got some things going on internally. She has the goop. She has no ligaments. She's kickstanded. She's talking to me a lot. She does not want me to leave. And she turned down food. The fatty turned down food. She's only kept me up like 2 nights in a row and scared to death at church while she's getting ready, but it looks like she really... It's showtime. Okay, we have called the vet. Well, the emergency line for our vet. They basically have a call center that we call and they take our information, they relay it to the vet. The vet's supposed to call us back in about 10 minutes. So I'm patiently awaiting, but so the gist of what's going on here is after her first 2 or 3 really big pushes, you can kind of tell there should be a little bit of give on the vulva, just in that back end area. You should see something giving with as large of a push as she was giving, and there just wasn't anything. So I just decided to go in and check internally, and I felt 2 hocks. They're very large in my opinion. I can feel the tail. So I've gone in and tried to manually reposition the hock so I can at least get a finger hooked under one hock to bring the hoof up so that I can then put a kid puller on the one hock to hold it where it's at and go fish for the other one. Usually if you can get one out of the way, it's a lot easier to maneuver the other one, but I just can't. Like this kid is big and while she's wide, I can just feel like I can't get my whole hand in there, and when I do make good leadway, she pushes so hard. They fight you when you go into to reposition. And I just can't. I'm to the point where I'm getting a little concerned for him, outside of my comfort zone. So I've called my vet and we're waiting for him to call back. I'm gonna say that we'll end up either he or she will come here because there's 2 vets in our office. They're either gonna come here and help pull, or they're gonna tell me to meet in the office in case we have to actually do a C-section. I am really, really hoping that we don't do a C-section. I really want to try to manipulate to get this kid out the natural way. But if we have to do a C-section to save her, then that's what I'm going to end up doing. Now, what that means for her later on down the road, we'll talk about if we come to that bridge. But she might not. This might be her last kid if she ends up having a C-section. So we're home, and Squeaks did have to have a C-section. He tried to get this little fella out the normal way, and felt for maybe 2 or 3 seconds. He's like, oh yeah, this kid is not coming out this way. So we took her in for a C-section. She's recovering in the barn. This big fella came out, but now he's acting kind of sleepy, which isn't always the best. But he also wasn't birthed vaginally through the birth canal. So I think what we're gonna do here in a little bit, once Squeaks comes to, is I'm gonna try doing the Madigan squeeze on him, which is just basically re-simulating going through the birth canal, because he's this is just what he's been doing. He seems like he's okay. He squeaks a little bit, but he's not doing the normal, like trying to get up and do the normal things. So it's almost like he's still asleep inside the womb because he never got squeezed through the birth canal.
You said we're gonna keep him.
Yeah, so I said, because this is probably Squeaker's last kidding. Probably won't do it again. So what are you naming him if we get him through it?
Well, he's been making Pip, so it'd be Pip and Squeak.
Yeah, so Squeaker's baby would be named Pip. So we're gonna do our best with Pip, but
like mother, like son.
Mother like son. But it's been a little bit more stressful in the last couple hours than I would like to go through again. Now we're just waiting for this little girl to wake up. You guys can see she's got little stitches under there, but we've got her kind of propped up so she doesn't bloat, because that's a possibility. But the vet said it should be maybe 2 hours before she's completely awake, and we've only been home for a little while. So poor little baby, poor sweetheart. No, baby. Just trying to keep her to. Poor thing. Someone just needed a little warm up and a little bit of a nap, right? Right? Oh, you're almost standing all on your own. You know, when mommy wakes up, we'll go let you meet her. A little Pip. Yeah. You got a little milk mustache. You got a little milk mustache. How sweet. I know. So a little bit has been brought back in here with mom. Now mom is, I'm hoping that mom will take him. She just really wanted his bottle, but I've taken some sweet stuff, her milk, after birth that I have left on the towels from the C-section to hopefully encourage her to just keep cleaning on him and licking on him to try to stimulate her to kind of to keep licking on him. I don't know if it's gonna work though, guys. I don't want a bottle baby. So we're gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying to keep him in here. When I came in, she was on top of this piece of straw. So I am bottle feeding him to make sure that he gets what he needs tonight. But I'm really hoping that she'll like eventually take to him. And I might just slather him in some stuff before I walk out and let them have some quiet time to themselves. Because right now she's a little bit more about me. And she really wants the stinking bottle. It's like she remembers. She wants the bottle. She can't have the bottle. She's 2 years old. She doesn't need the bottle. Oh my gosh, this is wonderful. Don't hurt her too hard. Don't bump her too hard, puppy. Don't hurt her too hard. No, yep, right there it is. Right there it is. Right there it is. Right there in your face. Oh my gosh. Squeaky. Good job. Good job. Oh, you're doing so good. Squeaks. Oh, do you love him now? Oh. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. What, are you trying to pet him too? Oh my gosh. Good Squeaky. Good Squeakertons. Good Squeaks. Good baby. Good boy. Oh, don't bump her too hard. That's right where her stitches are. Oh, there you go. You're getting it. You're getting it. You're right there. Oh, good boy. Oh, and you're loving him. Good job, Mom.
Oh, I'm so happy to see this. Oh, good job, Squeaky. You deserve to have some friend out of this. You've always been a lone wolf ever since we saved you. Now you get to keep a friend. Now you get to have your own little herd, regardless if it's a buck. Little Pip will be weathered and stay. Good job, Mom, taking care of him. I was so stressed. Good job, Mom.
Now this is pretty close to how I thought Squeaker's birth story would end. Not how I thought it would start or progress. So, I don't know. I feel a little bit disappointed because knowing that this is Squeaker's last kid, and I know some goats after C-sections are fine, but Squeaker's is as big as she's gonna get. And while he is a large little kid, he's not the largest one I've seen. And the thought of her having to go through this again and possibly having complications where maybe even the uterus ruptures from having a C-section prior, this is it for her. I just had like these grandiose ideas of our sweet little back from the dead kid enjoying moments with her kid that she didn't get to experience. I don't know, maybe that's the mom in me, just like, I wish that she could have experienced or given to him what she never got to be cleaned up by her mom and loved. And I was happy to be her mom, and Mark was happy to be her daddy, and we were happy to take care of her and to love on her and everything. But I just had this, I don't know, this picture in my mind of her licking him off and talking to him, and you know, just being just so in love with him after him being born. And it was actually quite scary. I was like, I'm gonna have a bottle kid, she might die. We got, you know, just, there's a lot to it. So maybe that's a little bit romanticized, and he's quiet. He's happy, he's had food, she's doing a great job. My daughter was in here earlier loving on him, and she picked him up and kind of moved him away. And she reached out to like see where he was at. So I'm happy, I'm happy. It was not how I thought it was going to end, but it ended with her being happy and healthy. He is happy and healthy. She loves him. He loves her. She's feeding him. I don't have to feed him. So I think we're doing pretty good.